It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
I'll try it.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Sanders, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Dwayne Washington. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Defense call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. To throw, Montez. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to put it loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now Montez. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here's Montez. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Flashes another juke. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
Oh, God.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And here's Kamara on the read option. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They're going to look to throw.
Fuck, dude!
Oh, into a sea of
Fucking kidding me, bro!
Intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much.
Shut the fuck up!
They'll take it away to the 9-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. Now deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning out to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field, and now the defense has to try it out there and try to slow them down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position. Really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
But getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Second and 9 now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And able to rip rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Fuck, dude!
For the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he'll They'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Hurts on the option right. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. For the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll make it a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he gets free left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 25 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Bills offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
Oh, my God.
We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Hurts gets this to Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
What? We'll see.
2nd and 9. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's checking.
From the 31, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey.
Oh, I
and he'll
missed!
take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 147 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First down, Saints.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A nice little juke, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there on set. Derek Barnett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. To throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it.
My goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Washington. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, they'll throw. Pass complete, Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back in the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Fuck.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wondered if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's Chris Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. It's complete. Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.
The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Who's this?
She is your coworker. Why would I be nervous? She just used to be socially weird. You never saw me weird? No, it's okay. Let's see me weird. Fine. It's so great to meet you. You know.
Yeah, he was somebody.
Just what he's been through.
I'm so happy to be able to be that person who changed life.
It's nice knowing someone in the community able to talk to like that.
I'm glad that I'm in this journey, in this story right now. And shit.
All the delivery, no delivery fees. Making my way in the world today. Taking a break from all the world. Trying to get pancakes.
I'd like something with my skills in the kitchen are limited, so anytime you bring that nice, I'd make you fish fingers and custard.
Pancakes I happen to throw together a decent meal.
He is such a foodie. Have you had his world famous souvenirs? Not yet. That would be fun.
Spicy, I don't know if you can handle it. You like it?
I like spicy. Bring it. And to be honest, I'm not gonna give you okay. And you, that you're not some world famous chef. I mean, you can't be perfect at everything. Trust me, I am so far. His brilliance accomplished very you said that? Well, he's at home then. Same way about him. Super sweet.
Now you want me to move on? Would you like me to do this? What would you like me to do? I was offering to like try to help you, and then you were like, "Well, I don't." All right, well, I'm just offering to help. So you look stuck, and
Stayed for a little bit, but he didn't throw.
It's okay.
I'm gonna try less.
I don't think he's looking great with it right now.
Maybe we're starting too young, or don't it disclose it to you?
No, if I get more, I'm not picking it.
Some Christian was smart, but
Anything else? A remote or anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna see with Mitch. I think Mitch wanted to duel me. I think Kyle's awake. I might play for a little bit, but I doubt I'm not in the mood to probably play all night. So. Really? So, you hear me? Both. That's how I have my stream set up. I guess I could just end the stream.